tell you, he's powerful and he's fast, but precision beats power and timing beats speed.
While Colin McGregor was not talking about pickleball, it sure sounds like he was, right? The extreme popularity of pickleball is coming from the fact that placement and timing can withstand power and speed. This allows older people and less athletic people to compete because they know where the ball's going. Which brings me to the point of this video and why people love pickleball so much. Timing and placement can beat speed and power, or at least nullify it to an extent.
We have to stop chasing power. Coming from me, and look at me swinging so hard that point, and look at the man on the other side of the pillow. He's smart, right? Playing efficiently, blocking at his opponent's feet because he put himself in the correct position to do so. Now that ball would have went out, right? That's a red line. I'm just proving that it would have went out, but he did not have time to get out of the way, so he put himself in the correct position to block it with his backhand because he knows my game so well. Look how he approaches the kitchen. Ready position, if it's above the shoulder, let it fly, and that's what he does. Joey, anything else?
We're actually using geometry to position ourselves on the pickleball court, right? Angles of the pickleball, we know where to go, we can shift accordingly. Most racket sports are obsessed with speed and power. Look at tennis, the harder serves you hit, the better you do, bigger forehands, right? Racquetball, pretty much the same. At Penn State, I did get silver in the club tournament, so I don't know it that well.
If you put yourself in the correct position in pickleball, you win. You don't have to be athletic to be really, really good. You don't.
So why is the power in pickleball limited? Well, first of all, a pickleball court is smaller, right? So the harder you hit, it's probably going to go out. I know you can get a lot more spin with these new paddles, but still. In pickleball doubles, an accomplished pickleball team can cover the court without moving, basically, because of the smallness factor.
So in this video, we have 3 people standing there and 1 person banging.
And the person that runs on the pickleball court, the person that makes you feel bad for eating donuts, that's more athletic than you, they have to run to the ball, they have to stop, they have to bring that paddle back, they have to go, and they're wasting a lot more time, and you're being a lot more efficient at home. You're doing a really good job. I'm proud of you. Running too fast on a pickleball court makes it very difficult. It's tougher to hit more precise shots, and you'll make more errors. How many times have you seen bangers just banging the ball and the opponents are just placing the ball back and not moving? It's tougher to pass. There's a lot smaller window. I know you can, but it's tougher. Slower speed-ups aimed at your opponent's foot give you a much better chance to win the point in the long run. Varying speed-ups, hitting hard once in a while, but keeping your opponents off balance because it's a small court. I said it already. In pickleball, unlike many other racket sports, every inch matters. Mark.
I'll go one step farther and say I use movements of my body to create angles so I can use them, right? And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a fake really close to when I hit to open up angles because look what I do this point. Same type of move, but different result, and that's pickleball. And you don't have to be athletic to hit that shot.
The difference of the pickleball's height when you speed it up at the kitchen line is so important. 1 or 2 inches is the difference between one you can attack and one you can't. And if we know our opponents really want to attack, what do? We hit it shallow in the kitchen, so that brings in depth as well. And this is how precision beats power in pickleball because we don't have to give them dead dinks to speed up. And if they try to speed up a lower one, we win. Every inch matters, and this is especially important at the kitchen line.
What David just did there was very tough. He recognized a dead dink or a dink that was popping up. He hit down the line and he won the point. But to do that in a split second is very tough, and that's pickleball in a nutshell. Yet another split second decision. I did not make the right one. Should have ducked. Could have stepped to the right and blocked with my backhand. Didn't do either.
And here's where it heats up. This is where positioning comes into the scene. It's getting good. Being at the right place at the right time is absolutely critical in pickleball. Call your more athletic friends and tell them this. The right positioning eliminates the need to move fast. When they begin to argue, tell them that a team that is positioned correctly will always beat a more athletic team that is not positioned correctly. Exhibit A.
You can't win from the back of the pickleball court. I believe that was a quote by me yesterday when my partner didn't want to come to the kitchen in rec play. And this is just awful positioning.
One more thing balance will do. You have more precise shots and you have more deceptive shots. You can hold shots till the last second because you're balanced and not swinging like a crazy whale. In pickleball, there's a predictable element. The more I play, the more I know where the pickleball is going from a desired shot of my opponent. I think that makes sense. If we go a little farther, I would say the more pickleball you play, the more intuition you have. You guess. You're not guessing anymore. That's intuition. That's a predictable factor. And this is what makes pickleball so unique, strategic, interesting, and the fastest growing sport in America. I love it.
I love it so much, and that's me in white. And look what I do this point after making a video on positioning. Yeah, that's what I did. Seriously.
And I did call Conor McGregor. The right timing means being balanced and ready. The more balanced we are, the quicker we look, and the readier we are. I'm not going to say what he told me after. Pickleball lovers, take a look at that video. It was so good. But let me ask you a question. Do you have a friend that runs way too much on the pickleball court, that bangs too much, that's not getting better? Call them right now. Let's have an intervention. And don't forget to have a good day. In pickleball, unlike many other paddle or racket sports, every inch matters. My producers, we're actually using geometry to position ourselves. Probable angles, ball distance. We know it's small,